Were there things on your food sensitivity tests that were in the yellow or in the red that you were like, dang it, I can't give that up? And if so, what were they? Or what are they?
For me, they were eggs. Eggs. That was
well, I hate eggs. So if I took a food sensitivity test, I guarantee it would say that I need to eat them, and that would bum me out hardcore.
Yeah, like I had a lot of tacos. Like I loved breakfast tacos, man. Like that was my jam. So I had to get rid of the breakfast tacos for me. And then obviously like burritos, things like that. And you just, for me, like having an egg in the morning, it was so different because that just kind of went with everything that I ate, whether it was bacon, bison for breakfast, or like cashews. I would always pair them with eggs. That's just for the nutritional value as far as amino acids, proteins, fats, things like that I know that eggs hold. But again, eggs just aren't for everyone. And it took for me to find out through that food sensitivity test that I just should not be having eggs every day. When you got the tests, well, what about yours? Was there something on there that bummed you out?
Almonds was like off the charts. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I eat
and almonds cause
almonds in everything.
They give people gout too. People don't really think almonds are like this big problem solved.
Yeah.
And almonds are really high in uric acid.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was having like almond milk every day, almond milk yogurt, like almonds in my chocolate bar. And so that was hard for me to take out, but I did because it was so off the charts.
What'd you replace all the almond byproduct, like the almond milk with?
We drink a lot of oat milk, honestly.
Yeah.
And I just was doing all the nuts because they're healthy, but like I don't miss like eating them all the time. I just think like I'm fine without them. But
do you still go by? You drive your cart past the egg aisle and you're like, man, don't look. Really?
Like, it doesn't even bother me anymore, thank God. But now if I like see like a breakfast taco or something like that, it's just like, am I like 4 days out or?
Yeah. Do you ever indulge?
I try not to.
Yeah.
But
can you feel it?
I do absolutely feel it.
My face, like cystic acne. Like if I eat anything that has dairy in it and I didn't know it even had dairy, I'll have like 3 like cystic acne spots on my face the next morning. So that was something like dairy just was causing all kinds of, I guess, hormonal imbalance maybe, because I know sometimes cystic acne comes from hormones. But when I took all dairy out and all the food sensitivity stuff, my face stopped breaking out because it was getting really, really bad. Like when I turned 26, just started breaking out worse. I've never even had breakouts, and it's like cystic acne every day.
It's coming out of nowhere, and you're like,
whoa.
I'm not 13 or 16, I'm 26. That's crazy.
And I also did like a hormone test with Blake, and like my testosterone was like super high, and he's like, well, that's why your face is also breaking out. Like you got to kind of like, I mean, that's why stuff like that's important. Like I had no idea. Like,
so you are flying blind kind of. And so, you hear fitness or nutrition experts and they're always saying like, listen to your body.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool story, bro. Right. But my mind runs my body, and usually my mind's like, it is cheeseburger and cold beer time.
Yeah.
And so it's hard. If you could get concrete data, though, to build a plan on top of by knowing what your food sensitivities do. For the most part, do you think most humans have a food sensitivity of some sort? Like there is at least something they should stay away from?
By the time that they are 25, they have at least, I would say, maybe 5 or 6 on that list that they need to.
So it could be like
stay away from
nuts, blueberries, tuna fish, and you said turmeric. That's crazy that was.
Yeah.
How are they how's a food sensitivity test work? They just take your blood and then they're I guess they're running it a lot like you would run allergy, like seasonal allergy tests.
Kind of so. Like they send it to a lab, and then the lab kind of like figures out exactly what's in the blood as far as obviously whenever they're taking the platelets and the red blood cells. Like there's something in it as far as they can figure out exactly the biome that in specific blood should be getting. Right. So your blood obviously is your greatest telltale sign on how healthy you are, besides you being able to procreate.
Life is in the blood, right? Didn't it say that somewhere in the Bible?
And so the blood is basically going to tell you what you should be having as far as food wise. It's going to tell you how well your blood is circulating, things like that. And then also if there's any bacteria, anything like that in there also. So just understanding a little bit more on the specific person, just go get a test done. Right. And we say it all the time as far as like, yeah, go get your annually, what is it?
Your checkup or whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, and we have to do a little bit more about that. And as far as like making sure that those people are doing that, because those things are so important. Now you're saying like, yes, like listen to your body, but how are you listening to your body? Right. Because a lot of times, like, a lot of people go into the gym and they just
Netflix and chill time, man.
Right?
That's it. Yeah, that's
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So like again, we go into a gym and we're more so like working at the joint level first, trying to listen to the body, right? Taking the joints, and then to an untrained eye, they just look like joint circles, right? You're just kind of taking your joint through large range of circles, and you're doing that for every joint that you have. And for a trained eye, you're more so understanding, trying to feel what is exactly going on as you're making those circles, right? Trying to draw that picture in your mind. If you can't draw that picture, then there's something off, right? And that may be coming at the muscle level, at the joint level, or something else that we have to just figure out. But usually cars, controlled articular rotations, will kind of tell you an area, right, a specific that you need to either dive into, or you're strong there, stay away, right? You can go ahead and play as much as you want to in that region.
Yeah, that makes sense. Brooke, as a nutrition expert, is it true that your fitness really 95% of your fitness is at the end of your fork?
I do really think that people need to be careful about what they're eating. I've just personally myself, even just seeing like working out 7 days a week my entire life, some of those days like too much working out, honestly, but it always circled back to what I was eating every single time I ever gained weight. Like, how could you possibly gain like 10-15 pounds if you're like working out 7 days a week? You're obviously eating too much, right? You're eating the wrong things maybe. Because when I took out the foods that were making me sensitive, I probably lost 5 to 7 pounds of like water weight. Or a lot of females take certain birth control, and once they get off that, they could also lose 7 to 10 pounds. It's like we don't think about all these things that are causing inflammation in our body. But if you look into all that with hormone tests or food sensitivity or whatever, you can get more help to see if there's anything you can do to kind of fix your gut with a dietitian. But if you just want to go the easy route, you cannot eat more than you expend. But I think about how much we work out, and I think about how much some other people might eat, and I'm just like, well, we don't even eat that much, and we work out every day, and we're on our feet all day, like working. So sometimes it's something you have to address with your client about like their relationship with food. Like, why do you feel like you need to drink 4 glasses of wine at night? Why do you feel like you need to have 4 cheat days in a row, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Like, is there, sometimes that's just an emotional response. Like, people have a relationship with food, and I think we need to pay more attention to that. Like, you can spend all this money with training, you can, it's just a lot of like food relationship. So I'm sure you all have somebody in your life that you feel like has that, but we could definitely discuss it more.